folks, we are back. I did attempt to get this all fixed. Now we've got to take the volume way down, because otherwise we're going to be in for a boombox session. Voice can stay up, footsteps can go down. This is probably where I had it. Make sure my controls are still good. Okay. Yep. And invert that. Oh. Yeah. Sensitivity's a little high. Sorry about this, folks. I thought I would have taken care of this. Ooh, yeah, let's knock that down a bit. Alright. Now we're gonna go to Ustengrav, the ancient fane of Jurgen Windcaller. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. What do I have equipped? It's been a while. Soul Trap, that's probably not the best option, all things considered. So we're gonna really hope that all of the stuff that I tried to fix fixes it and doesn't break the game further. As you see, I am not technologically inclined in the slightest, which is odd for my age group. So I grew up with technology, but I never could quite figure it out. Never had the intellectual chops. Just give me that. I don't want to go in there. Never had the chops for it, I guess you could say. It was never my thing. I like to use it, but I don't like to work on it. My cousin helped me build this computer, and by helped me build it, I mean I ordered the parts and then watched how he did it. Because, like I said, I'm kind of not very technologically literate, which I probably should be. Oh, that's why. Sorry folks, I'm still trying to get all my settings right, and I don't want that, I want that. Subtitles for everyone. I'm also half deaf. Too much time at the shooting range, not enough time with good earplugs. Remember to buy good earplugs, people. They will benefit you more as you get older. Because I say what a lot. I'll leave it at that. Alright. Let's get active. Ooh, apple pie. That's weird. And a banditi. There you go. I'm stuck on something. Yes, quite. Some dosh. Skooma. How disappointing, bandits. Any of y'all fans of Skooma Sippa. Yeah. She does YouTube shorts like Skyrim inspired stuff, and it's awesome, and I love it. And you should definitely check her channel out, because she does really phenomenal content. And it's all very relatable to us Skyrim enthusiasts. You know, I went through a period of time where I just couldn't find Skyrim very interesting, modded or otherwise, which doesn't make a great deal of sense because I grew up with it. And I like Oblivion as well. Oblivion is one of my favorite games. This is the cursed corridor that always gets me killed, by the way. everything's already gone. Excellente. Necromancer Adept. Wow, they got thugs down here and Highwayman? Am I already that high level? Whoops. But yeah, I went through kind of a phase where I wasn't really very big on Skyrim. Oh, here comes the cursed corridor. Please work, please work, please work, please work. And this is where it crashes. Yes! It didn't crash this time. I think. Whoops. Sometimes you just gotta yell at a bunch of people in a corridor to get the desired result. Yeah, we're taking that. That's neat. Good job, buddy. Ooh, no, I want your gem. And we'll go ahead and drop a save so that I got past the crash point. All right. I didn't even. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. I like that. Anyway. Oh, hello. Oh, it looks like it already fell off. Is there a button where you can just read stuff? Like in the inventory? I'm just curious. Here we go. Whitecap and Taproot. I'll actually keep that. Well, no, Taproot's pretty difficult to find, so never mind. You can stay there. Let's see what's around door number 1. Nothing. Excellent. Wonderful. This is, I think, the area where you. Is there a soul gem here? No. Okay. Yeah, this is the exit. Ooh, I'll take a potion though. A little healing potion. So I was checking the forums, and apparently what happened is there's a like a kid in some mill that it spawns underneath the floor, and then the game is like yeet, and then it just doesn't work. Now it was either that was the issue, or something to do with like your character placement. You fall through the floor, and then you can't like your character will be standing on the floor. So like, say this is the floor, your character will be standing here, but the game registers you as under here. So it kind of forces the game to, I don't know, have a conniption. At any rate, back to my previous comments about, I went through a time where I just couldn't find Skyrim interesting, and I figured a lot of that was I just didn't take the game slow enough. Because you get to a certain point where you know a game and you just go through it and go through the motions, basically. You're not actually playing the game. You're just killing time. So that's why I started playing on survival, stopped fast traveling, and that has given me a new perspective. Like, there's a lot of great stuff that you can miss in a game like this if you're zipping around everywhere with a fast travel function. And it also kind of hurts you to some degree as well, because then you don't get the money. You don't get to explore. No! Leave my dog alone. Lightning bolt. Oh, crap. Where are you going? So you don't want to miss all the good stuff the game's got to offer. You want to see it. So you gotta slow down a bit. I actually think survival was a good implementation for this game for that reason. Because it kind of it forces you to slow down a bit, which is really good in a game that encourages exploration. Sometimes I just don't want to do the quests that I stumble into, but then you can at least make the option because you see the quest. So, do I have my... yeah, okay. And that's never the ideal scenario. Alright. Ustengrav depths, I think. Yep. I've been through this door so many times. I know, buddy. We're going. We're gonna go get the horn of Jurgen Windcaller and a shout. Can't remember which shout is down here. It's a good one, I think. Uh-oh. Try to fill all these soul gems, because I'm gonna want to start enchanting soon. Ooh, what's back here? Oh, fire. Yay. That seems a bit loud. Yeah, that's better. Anything back here? I know they like to hide chests from me. I don't like hidden chests. Well, I misspoke. I like hidden chests. I like when I find them significantly better than when I do not. Where is this guy? Is he in the wall? He's in the walls. Ooh, excellent. Yeah. Furious Onslaught. I don't even know how many soul gems I have to fill, but these caverns are a good place to fill common, lessers, and petties. With the souls of the Draugr, the dead and the damned. Ooh, lots of loot. I like this. Fire arrows. Never really cared much for archery builds, gotta say. Now, I never really did a lot of stealth archer builds. My favorite build is a battle mage, as I'm sure you can tell. Or a spell sword. Those are my favorite builds to play as. Get him, Miko. I can't leave until you do. Bonk. I really enjoy battle mages and like night blades, like magical assassins use invisibility spells and creep around that way. I find that playstyle very enjoyable. I just picked up that ladle, didn't I? Give me the grapes. So, I don't know, just personal preference really. The stealth archer to me, like, it's not that fun. I mean, some of the, don't get me wrong, some of the like the kill cams or the execution cams or whatever you want to call them, those are super neat and I like those, but I just don't enjoy playing as that style of character. I think it kind of detracts a lot from the game. There's definitely something back there that I want to get. Come on out. I spy with my little eye a trap most foul. Or maybe there's no trap at all. That must just close the door. Open the door. Alright. These ancient Nordic crypts are so crazy looking. Alright. that. I am playing with a mod that tweaks some of the cooldowns on survival mode. I guess you'd call them the cooldowns. Like, so my hunger drains a little slower, and the cold is more creeping. So after a while, it becomes like exponential versus, like, generally speaking, the cold, it either does or doesn't just drop you down. And I prefer a more like realistic sense. Like, you're not just cold and then you have frostbite. Like, there's stages to it. Oh, lots of skeletons. Let's just practice our lightning bolt. Nice. I hear the rest of them boys down there. I think I need to... Yeah, here he is. Nice. Alright, so here we're gonna try and... because I think there's a secret over there. And y'all know how I feel about secrets. We're gonna... Okay. That could have ended poorly. I wish that there was a bonus you could get. While I'm here, we'll go ahead and do that again. That would make all of your shouts cool down like permanently slower. Or not slower, faster. So like, you can get the Amulet of Talos, and then you can get the Blessing of Talos for I think 40%. But if I'm wrong about that, definitely put that in the comments below so I can correct that mistake in the commentary. Okay, this was the secret room that I was looking for. Excellent. So, I wish you could get like a permanent 20%, but you have to rely on shrines and like other visitations to do that. So, don't kill me, please. Cool. Which I don't necessarily have a problem with, because you don't just want to be yelling all the time, but you want to feel like the Dragonborn, you know? You want to be able to shout and move around. I really should put, as much as I use that, I should put it on my, well, I'm going to need that one soon anyway. Miko. The best mod ever is the one that makes him immortal and turns him into a husky, and I will hear no heresy in my comments. I mean, I will probably, but it is the best mod because Miko is the best boy. Vigilance is a close second. And of course the huskies that you can get in the Dawn Guard, but like the fact that I'm not a fan of programmable dogs in games that can perish. That is not something that I like at all. I'm not okay with that, not in the slightest. I like my good boys to live forever in my games. I think whenever I move, I don't know when that's going to be, whenever I can afford it, but when I can move, I don't really want that. We're going to get a puppy! I'm looking forward to that. I haven't had a dog in a long time, and I really would like to get a dog. I love my cats, don't get me wrong, but it's so nice to have a dog around, because I like to go on adventures and stuff in the woods, and having a good boy to follow you around is awesome. Of course, my state allows dog hunting, so I, get a hunting dog. Help me hunt. Because they're so much better at those things than we are. I mean, there's a big... Like, I'm part of several groups online, like forums and stuff, that deal with, like, hunting in my state and different game lands and management. Pretty big on wildlife conservation. Like, I'm not gonna say that I have, like, a private organization or anything. I just try to be conscious when I'm there. And there's a big debate on whether or not... Let's see if there's anything back here. Oh yeah, finally, secret waterfall that's actually secret. Get wrecked, son. So, like I said, I won't say that I'm like super conservationist man or anything, but I try to be conscious and only take what I need, you know, because there's some, again, this will vary state to state because there's no real federal regulation on like hunting aside from the licensing structure as far as I'm aware, and that has a lot to do with like your state may have different animals than my state has, so they require different regulations to keep stable and healthy populations. But there's a big debate on whether or not people should be allowed to bait animals, and 100,000,000% that is coming from people that have never spent enough time in the woods to realize that they know you're there before you're there. The deer during hunting season are so smart that once they hear your car door shut outside of the game lands, they'll disappear and they won't reappear for 6 hours. And you have to outwit them. You are not on the same plane that they are with regard to how in touch with their instincts they are. We're just not, and I'm fine with anything that can help that process, provided it doesn't lead to an extermination of a massive population of animals. So baiting, they've been trying to get rid of baiting and dog hunting here, and I'm not a big fan of that at all. I think that's terrible. Because a lot of these legislations are passed, generally speaking, through people who have never been there and will never be there. Like, a lot of these things look great on paper, and then you take that paper out into the woods, and you realize that that deer smelled you 3 miles ago, and now you can't get meat for your freezer this year. Because I don't sport hunt. That's something that I'm... Sport hunting has a lot of interesting inconsistencies, I'll say. And what I mean by that is a lot of sport hunting, and this isn't necessarily common knowledge, but I don't think it's like esoteric secret knowledge either. A lot of sport hunting is done for population management. Like, take the dude that, what was it, Cecil the Lion. That was an old male, if I understand the story correctly, which I may get some things wrong. Well, then that's not a good example. Let me backtrack before I stumble face first into controversy. A lot of old bulls or old males will kill the younger members of a population. It's more common in predators, of course. It does happen with some species of herbivore as well, but especially with predators, like predatory carnivores that can only eat meat, they will kill the younger members of the species so that they get so they can keep breeding with the females even though they're realistically past their prime, and it hurts the population really bad. Because over time, I mean, if it's just the one male that breeds, it changes the genetics for one, because you only have one set of genes. And if they're constantly killing off all the young males never get a chance to breed and propagate the species further. So it does become an issue. Because it doesn't lead to stable population growth, which is what you want. I mean, you want reasonable population growth in the sense that if it's overpopulated, it's bad for everything. And some people will say, well, that doesn't mean that you should still shoot the old male, and I think that's foolish. I really do. I mean, of course, everyone's welcome to their own opinion, especially with regard to wildlife management and hunting and things of that nature, but if you don't take into consideration all of the factors, then you're left with an incomplete puzzle that just winds up to someone feels a certain way about something, and therefore you have to capitulate. I don't think that that's wise. No one likes you guys. This is gonna irritate me. Come here, buddy. Okay, that's just not gonna happen. Good talk. You know, try to consider all the factors and look into it before you react with a level of emotion that's inappropriate. Because there are appropriate levels of emotion to react with when you see something like that happen. But if you don't know the whole story, you know, maybe it's better to keep your mouth shut. And the only reason I'm particularly delving into this is because I don't spend as much time as I should or that I want to out in the woods, but I spend enough to know that nothing is as simple as you think it is. And when you're out there and you don't have a rifle and you're in bear country, you're a damn fool. And that I will say with complete certainty. This is cool. If you go to bear country and you don't have a rifle, well, you're part of the food chain, Buster. And people say, oh, bear spray, bear spray. I don't know. I prefer a loaded rifle. It's a more sure way to get him to leave you alone. The attic room. Ah, old Delphine, everyone's favorite character. Yeah. I mean, you know, bring bear spray as a backup, and if you have the time to pull the pin and aim the spray and use it, sure. But if you're out with a rifle, I mean, part of the reason I travel without a sling is because of that. I have to keep it more ready, and it forces you to look around a lot more. Because I am in bear country, and I like life. I don't want to get eaten. Now, granted, bears aren't generally a threat to you, because you're not like a primary food source for a bear. Especially, most bears are omnivorous, except for polar bears. So, they're not necessarily looking at you as a primary food source. They want deer, they want fawns, they want young animals that are easy prey. Because they're very opportunistic predators because they're omnivores, right? So, you're not a primary food source for a bear, but that doesn't mean that they won't eat you if they see the opportunity. Like I said, I had to refuel a bit. I don't want to be on the menu. I'm there because I want to put stuff on my menu. And, you know, I've talked about this before, but I've recently got a taste for rabbit and fish and stuff that I didn't really like when I was a kid, so it's pretty good to expand your horizons. Especially with regard to food. There's some really good food out there. Unfortunately, the weather here has not been commensurate with a good fishing trip, so I have not fished. Like trout. Trout, bass, catfish. Good catfish fry. And get you right. And you know, my old lady, don't tell her I said that now. She's really, really a good cook. I mean, she can make some food that's just incredible. And I really enjoy eating what she makes. So, it's been pretty good trying new things. Let's see, I don't really need that anymore. Alright, let's check my quest log here, because I don't feel like going to talk to her yet. Do we want to do this? What's my carry weight? I think I could carry weight. Yeah, we're kind of in the neighborhood. Let's go to Mount Kilcreath and get the Dawnbreaker. Because then I can disenchant this sword and have the Dawnbreaker. So we'll need to go... I don't want to fast travel. I wish you could just place a marker easier. I guess I did need the marker, because that'll put me right on the road, and I can follow the road to the statue of Meridia. But... Oops, this way. But, you know, try new things. Now, I understand that fishing, for instance, is not everyone's cup of tea. It's very difficult to sit still for that long and just, you know, but once you catch 2 or 3 fish, you got a good dinner. You just got to clean them, and that kind of is gross. I'll be honest with you, I've never liked cleaning it. It's so... Ugh. I get the willies, man. Like, cleaning any animal is not really a fun experience. Well, for that matter, hunting them, the actual aspect of hunting in itself I find enjoyable, but I don't really like to kill animals. It's not something that is just in me that way. I do it for the food and eat everything that I can. I probably eat a lot of stuff that people would not touch. Liver, for instance, I am pretty fond of. I have grown a fondness for it. Whoops, would be more accurate to say. Dang! Strong mud crab. I have grown a fondness for it. Make it into, like, take one of those steel mallet thingies, and... Oh! That was targeted, sir. And kind of, like, not smash it up, but like mash it flat. Take some of the tallow or fat from whatever you intend to cook, and make some gravy with the tallow in it, and bread the liver. Flip it up in the pan a few times, kind of like making schnitzel. If you ever made schnitzel, it's a lot like that.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords.
Bread it, covered in that gravy. Make some mashed potatoes and get some green beans or asparagus. You're doing all right. Season it with a little salt, a little pepper. Liver's got a real strong flavor. You'll either like it or you won't. That's really all I've got to say. It's got a very strong flavor. So it's kind of one of those things, you either like it or you don't. You know, if you make the gravy good, a little salt, a little pepper, a little butter, it's pretty much all you need to make anything good, really. I'm sure some would disagree with that sentiment, but it's one that I hold to be true. Okay, that is literally the most terrible thing that has ever happened, ever. That's horrifying. Yay. Well, that happened. And where's my last save? Why wouldn't it be back here, folks? I need to learn to quick save better. Did I at least place my marker at this point? Yes, I did. Okay. Well, that's something. Yeah. Fry it up, cover it in gravy, mashed potatoes and asparagus, buddy. Get to work. You can actually make a pretty decent breakfast sandwich out of it too. Fry an egg, get some American or provolone cheese. Fry that egg. While the egg's still hot, put the cheese on it. Take your piece of liver or cut of meat that you like. Make it nice and flat. Throw it on a sandwich and heat it up for, like, 15 seconds in the microwave. Get the cheese all melty. Yeah, that's the good life. That is indeed the good life. But those are some of my recipes that I've been trying over the years. So, and you know, everyone's got their own like taste, and some people just don't like other things that other folks really deeply enjoy. So, nothing wrong with that either. It's, preference has a lot to do with food, especially where you grew up too. That has a lot to do with what you're willing to try and willing to eat. Because I like lamb and sheep. I never had a taste for goat. I must say, goat is one of the... Goat is rough. Goat is rough. I've never found a way to make it taste good. I mean, I'll still eat it if it's put in front of me, but... It's rough. You think, yeah, that's a strong flavor. I mean, that's a tough nut to crack, really. I don't care for it myself. Oh, that's nice. I know they're somewhere around here. Yep. Go get him, Miko. Oh, just
there.
Oh!
I'll let you live this time.
Whoa! Why were y'all enemies? What? What just happened? Okay. Oh. Oh, good lord, sorry. Alright, this is... new. Okay. Oh. Must be something related to the Dawn Guard. Well, let's go ahead and do a save here. Whoa. Weird glitch there for a second. I hear the dragon, but I don't see the dragon, which is the worst of both worlds. Well, you know what they say, those who fight and run away may live to fight another day. So, 10 points if you know what that reference is from. I have decided 10 points. It is known. Bye-bye. But, yeah, if y'all got any foods you like, drop them down in the comments. I'd like to try some new recipes. I think I'm going to do egg fried rice tonight. A little bit of butter and beef fat in them. You're doing alright, alright, alright. How nice is that? This episode may go a bit longer because I don't remember when I started recording, so... There's a ship out there. Just enjoy the ambiance. I have... Let me know how y'all feel about this down below, but I have very mixed feelings about The Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, I know it's not going to be out until I'm a grandfather, but I really so desperately want that game to be good. I mean, I'm a bit perturbed because Starfield was not what it should have been. I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad game. I never bought it because, well, I was concerned that what would happen happened. They got kind of complacent, and I don't even necessarily think it was rushed. I think that they miscalculated and made, in my opinion, a very poor game. I mean, they can make stuff like this in like Oblivion, so the idea that they can't make good games is not true. It's just they haven't had a good track record recently, which scares me. And I really want The Elder Scrolls 6 to be good. I desperately want that game to be good. I mean, I've been playing the Elder Scrolls games since I was a kid, so maybe I've got a lot of like nostalgia goggles, but I have high hopes. Not expectations, hopes. And my sincere hope is that it is good. I just want another good Elder Scrolls game. My personal hope is that it's in High Rock, not Hammerfell, but I think that that's a pipe dream. But my favorite preferred race to play is a Breton, so that really shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. I don't have a great interest in Hammerfell as a province. I mean, it's cool with all the stuff with the Aldmeri Dominion, and I'm sure that that's probably... I mean, my suspicion is that it will be Hammerfell. I don't know. I have no idea, but my suspicion is that it will be in Hammerfell to kind of, like, conclude the Thalmor storyline. Because High Rock is kind of removed, but from the whole conflict. I mean, they're not removed in a sense that they're still nominally part of the Empire and they send troops to the conflicts, but they are insofar as they're not as attached as you would say Hammerfell is, because of the devastation of southern Hammerfell and Skaven and all the Hammerfell cities that suffered massive losses at the hands of the Thalmor. So it'd be pretty interesting. I mean, every Elder Scrolls game has that hint of like certain species and certain races don't really get along, if you know what I'm saying? So it will be interesting to see how the Red Guards treat High Elves that live in their province. But yeah, my suspicion is that it will be in Hammerfell, but I want it in High Rock. Because I think the Bretons are more interesting. Again, that's just my own personal thing, but let me know how y'all feel about the Elder Scrolls 6 2036 or whatever it's going to release in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. I mean, we're all here because we like the Elder Scrolls games. I would assume, because if you've been watching my content this long, you don't like the Elder Scrolls games. Well, it ain't the sound of my voice, you know what I mean? So, this is what I'm looking for. Need to take a quick rest
Come on
before
in.
we go.
We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Who are you? Oh, I know who you are. Aldiopus. Aldiopus. What a name. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about that down below.
Fate is the name. I keep the inn. Take a look.
Yeah, what have you got for sale? Give me your salt pile and Your Horker loaf. That's really all I need.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Should be alright. Thank you, Veda. But yeah, high hopes, low expectations. Prevents a lot of disappointment that's unnecessary. I had really high hopes for Starfield because I was actually thinking about buying that to cover on the channel, but once I saw the reviews and how the game is actually structured, it got me to a point where I wasn't interested in buying something that I would have to complete that I didn't think was a complete or finished product. So, and it's a shame because like I said, Bethesda has a good track record. It's not like they make terrible games. I think they over monetize them, but I think that a lot of other companies are guilty of the same thing. EA is a primary example of a company that over monetization and underperformance is kind of their business mantra at this point. But buddy, I'm trying to talk to the peoples. Thank you. So, you know, it's a mixture of love and hate, I suppose. I love the games they made, and I just hate what's happening to them now. I'm hoping now that they're under, I mean, I'm not a big fan of, like, monopolization that's happening in the video game industry. I think that's part of the reason we get such poor products, is there's no real competition. But my hope is that with them being acquired by Xbox, the standards will be higher. Well, Microsoft Xbox, right? That the standards will be higher, and that they will make another game, like another decade game. Like Elder Scrolls 6 has the potential, I mean, based on their previous record, to be a decade game, and I would really like that to be the case. But that pretty much concludes my thoughts on that subject. Well, at any rate, I think that we're in a good spot to end the video. Next episode we'll be doing At the Break of Dawn. We'll be, so prepare your eardrums and lower your volume, because if you don't say I didn't warn you. Alright folks, as always, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And, as always, have a great day. Bye now.